I was in Applebee's today, and this guy came in, this younger guy, he came in, he was on his phone, he was talking extremely loud. He was very upset. And he had sat next to me, which I do believe in the ordained steps of God, you know. And so he sat next to me and he started talking to his friend on the phone about how down through the years his dad has hurt him and let him down and disappointed him. He was really never a father figure, and there was other people in his life that were, you know, better at being a father figure than he was. And, you know, he just was explaining himself, and you could tell he was very upset. And so as he was talking, God started ministering to me how to minister to him, you know. And at first I just wanted to just back away from it. I'm like, no, because he's angry. I don't really want to get involved in that. And you know, because he was on the phone for a good bit, so I'm like, oh, this is my out, you know. I'm done eating and I'm going to leave, you know. Me and my husband was going to walk out the door, and he hung the phone up, and God started dealing with me like, now turn around and do what I told you to do. So of course I walked over there and I introduced myself, and I just told him, I said, I overheard you talking. I said about your father. I said, I just want to encourage you. I said, you know, because your dad brought you into this world. I said, but he's not your purpose. I said, your purpose is found in God. I said, everything that you were ever going to be, everything that God wanted you to have has already been signed, sealed, and delivered. Everything. I said, so, you know, yes, you're looking for that validation from your father. Yes, you were looking for him to be a father figure. All those things I do understand. I said, but one thing about God, he didn't need your dad to make you great. He didn't need your dad to fulfill your purpose. Your father was a vehicle to bring you into this world, but God holds our purpose. I said, so from this day forth, you said this is your 35th birthday. I said, let this be the best gift ever. Let your dad off the hook. I said, don't open up that door no more. Don't rehearse those words no more. All the painful things that he said and done to you and your mom. I said, let that go, you know, because he started sharing with me how he always blamed his mother for not allowing them to have a good relationship. He said, then when I got older, he started blaming me for not reaching out to him. I said, no, what your father was doing was trying to find an excuse to be okay with what he did. I said, that's what broken people do. You know, they can't get that rest and that peace in their spirit, so they have to find reasons why they do what they do. They find excuses. And we all do that from time to time, you know, instead of humbling ourselves and saying, I dropped the ball, I was wrong, you know. And so as I began to minister to him about, you know, just the hope of God, I said, you know, everything that you need, I said, you have. I said, you might think that, oh, I could have been a better person if I had my dad. I said, if that be the case, God would have put him in your life. I said, every single thing that you need to have an abundant life, God has already provided. I said, if you would just stop being so angry and look around and see how God has fulfilled your life through other people. And so he looked at me, he said, you know what, I never thought about that. I said, yeah. I said, because sometimes we're too busy being bitter. I said, and it won't allow us to see clearer. It won't allow us to walk in that abundant life that God already paid for us to have. God don't need people for us to be great. We think that. You know, like, if I would have had my mom, I probably wouldn't turned out like this. If my dad never walked out, I probably wouldn't have this in my life and had men issues and anger issues. That's not true. You know, we have issues because we open ourselves up to other people's pain and other people's brokenness. And then we expect for them to validate us when they're broken. You know, God did not need nobody when he created heaven and earth. Nobody was there. The Bible said the earth was void. There was nobody there helping God out. There wasn't a Home Depot where he can go get a measuring tape. There was nobody there assisting him. It was him and the infinite wisdom of God. You know, so as you hear this video, I hope that it ministers hope to you as you listen to it, that if you are struggling with, you know, your father wasn't there, your mom wasn't there, today, choose today to let those people off the hook, because sometimes the brokenness that happened in their life has not allowed them to be whole, you know, to where they could have been a better parent, a better person. You know, so, and you don't have to have another excuse or another conversation with them. Like, I just want to ask you this question. Why? Because you know what? The more we want to know why a person didn't do what they should have did, you know, if they're broken, they're going to still have an excuse. They're 9 times out of 10, they're going to find another reason to make you hurt even more. Don't open that door up no more. Let it go. You know, and I know sometimes you hear me say that. For those that have watched my videos, I say that a lot. Let it go. And I can say it as a witness because I had to choose that in 2002. Or else just go to a mental home. Because that's how bad things start getting in my mind. I had to choose to let it go. And let God be enough. You know, sometimes we have everything good going for us. And the enemy will show us this little speck in our life that didn't work out right. And we will allow that to determine our destiny, you know, our peace, our joy, our hope. Instead of saying, you know what, God, things wasn't the way I wanted them to be. People might have walked out of my life, but you remained the same and you remained faithful. You've always put people around me to encourage me and love on me and nourish me and nurture me. You know, one thing about God, he knows what we need, you know, and sometimes we don't need nobody but him. You know, so be encouraged. Anybody that hurt you, let it go. You can let it go today. Let it go. I'm not walking into that no more. I'm not allowing another day to come into my life and strip me of the abundant life that I can have in God. And you know what abundance is when you have so much, you can give it away, you know, and that's why I was able to speak some type of encouragement into that young man, because God has blessed me abundantly to where now I can give some of it away, you know, and bless somebody else. And that's what God wants us all to be, you know, vessels for his kingdom, growing it, you know. So be encouraged. Whoever did it, bye, girl. Let them off the hook. Let them know. You don't even got to call them no more. Get on your knees and say, God, I choose today to live. I choose today to receive abundant life. I choose today to walk in purpose. Be blessed.